college football fans
Yes,
were in
sir.
for a treat, man.
Yes,
I talked
sir.
about it on my solo show, Lil. I'm sure you did too.
Yes,
But
sir.
Lil, there were some great games, and the college football playoff is set
Yes,
in
sir.
stone.
Right now, you have the #1 LSU Tigers, who will be going up against the #4 Oklahoma Sooners in
Jalen
the
Hurts.
Peach Bowl. And you also have the #2 Ohio State that will be going up against the #3 ranked Clemson in the Fiesta Bowl. Fiesta.
The Tigers and the Buckeyes, man.
I mean, let's get into it. I mean,
Lil,
LSU dominated Georgia in the SEC championship game, deserved this #1
Lil,
seed.
there's just one name here, man. Joe Burrow. I think he's pretty much, we all know, just like Lamar's got the MVP, in my eyes, Burrow has solidified the Heisman Trophy.
Shay Sean got something to say about that, but I'll say Joe Burrow did really good.
Joe
Yeah.
Burrow bowled out against one of the better defenses in the country and one of the teams, led by Kirby Smart that have been there before. And LSU marched right in. They hadn't been there in 11 years, and they marched right in and took them out. Joe Burrow looked outstanding. Obviously, Clyde Edwards-Helaire, the running back, helped out big. LSU's defense showed that, while they're not ranked one of the best in the nation, they can come up big in big moments.
Yes, sir. I mean, like I said, LSU to me is a good team. Oklahoma deservingly got that seed. Utah became a bust. They couldn't beat Oregon.
Yeah.
And I figured that.
That was
so
bad.
it was easy for the committee to not, because I feel like that
I
was
think the stars just aligned.
Yeah, the stars just aligned. The committee didn't want to have to deal with that
Exactly.
because they knew they wasn't a fan of Utah.
Yeah.
So it worked themselves out.
Yeah.
Oklahoma got that #4 seed.
Mm-hmm.
They won a close game in overtime against Baylor.
That was a heck of a game.
That was a good game, and now you got. I mean, let's preview this game. Let's start off with Oklahoma LSU. Might as well knock it out.
I mean, Lil, you look at this game right here. Offensively, ranking in the nation right now, you have the #1 ranked offense against the #2 ranked offense in the country. Two powerhouse football teams, and before this weekend, Oklahoma actually had the #1 offense in the country. So I think this is going to come down to which defense can make the biggest plays.
Exactly. I
Because you
totally
have
agree.
two outstanding quarterbacks. The things that Jalen Hurts did with Bama, came in for Tua in was that the championship game?
In the SEC championship.
SEC championship. I mean, Hurts has proved himself.
Yes,
Dual
he is.
threat.
And he has been playing good this year. I mean,
Yeah.
To me, what worries me about Jalen Hurts is a little bit is that I seen a few games, even in the championship game, the Big 12. He has a couple turnovers here and there.
Yeah.
But he is really good. He could run the football. He's fast. And they have been doing really good. And LSU, obviously, we all know their strength of schedule, their resume, defeating. To me, they battle tested, and to me, that's going to show difference in that game. I got the LSU Tigers beating Oklahoma in the Peach Bowl.
I agree. I just think LSU, with the way this offense is going, with Ed Orgeron, how he's coached this team, and they just have steamrolled through the SEC. I mean,
And quickly here,
I'm going with LSU as well.
And real quickly here, I just noticed something as you were talking, Kenny C. The matchups, especially with quarterbacks, in both of these games.
Wow.
Joe Burrow versus Jalen Hurts,
And
Justin Fields versus Trevor Lawrence.
Man.
Oh,
Lil,
man.
I think this, is it this weekend? Or is it later in December, isn't it?
It's late in
The
December.
bowl games?
Yeah, you got a couple
closer
weeks
to
off.
New Year's. I mean, Leo, this year, this could be one of the most exciting college playoffs
Yeah, me too.
we've ever seen.
I think so too.
You got
I
Joe
think so,
Burrow
too.
and Trevor Lawrence, two of the best quarterbacks this year in college football. And then, like you said, Hurts and Fields, respectively, have done just as good for their team.
And I think Trevor Lawrence, even though he hasn't had the best year to start the year, he has picked it up.
Yeah,
and he has looked
rebounded.
like the Trevor Lawrence, sort of what we thought about. I guaranteed you, in these big games, Trevor Lawrence is going to shut everybody up that was like, oh, he had a sophomore year slump. The brother will ball. You know what? I think Clemson being #3 here, it's a little bit disrespectful. But then again, I understand the strength of schedule for LSU. You had to put LSU #1 because of their strength of schedule.
Yeah.
But maybe you should have put Clemson over Ohio State because Clemson has not lost this year. They won since the national championship, and they've always been winning. And you know what? I think Clemson is a dangerous team. But now we go to the next game.
Let's get into this
Ohio
one.
State versus Clemson. I mean, two good teams. Ohio State has looked the best in the eye test this whole year. Clemson obviously has been dominating, lackluster schedule, but they have been dominating.
Yeah.
This
And
is a 50-50 game.
Here you go, Lil. Like I just said, ranking-wise, looking at Oklahoma and LSU, the 1 and 2 respectively ranked offenses in the nation. Now you got the top 2 defenses in the nation facing off with Ohio State at number 2 and Clemson at number 1. So this is going to come down to probably the opposite. Which offense is going to get rolling on the better defense in this game? I think it's going to be a shootout to the end.
Yes, sir.
And you look at that man, J.K. Dobbins, in the backfield for Ohio State. That's an X-Factor type of player, my man.
That dude is nice. But I also like, I like Trevor Lawrence. I like, what's
Travis
his
Etienne?
His
He's a
other
running back
receiver.
for Clemson.
Him too, but I also like his wide receiver.
Oh, T. Higgins and Ross?
Yeah, T. Higgins and Ross.
Oh,
them dudes is the boss.
2 top players.
Yes, sir.
2 1,000-yard receiving players this season.
I like this game, honestly. I'm not going to lie.
This is probably, to me, I think this is better than LSU Oklahoma.
Me too. Me too.
I like this game.
I think this is going to be an all-out war.
It's going to be a true fiesta over there, Leo.
Fiesta.
As the Fiesta Bowl.
I'm going to go with Clemson, 34-31.
34-31?
I'm going to go with Clemson.
I'm saying just because of the ACC Player of the Year second time ACC Player of the Year in Travis Etienne in the backfield for Clemson. And then, like we said, the things that Trevor Lawrence has done since he had that slump in the beginning, I agree with you. I just think that is too much to overcome. As good as Fields and Dobbins are, I think that Clemson, with the number 1 ranked defense in the nation, will win a narrow game.
And Ohio State has never beat Clemson. And the year that they played in the playoff a couple years ago, I believe it was 2016, Ohio State got stomped.
Yeah.
And we all know Clemson is battle tested. So I got Clemson versus LSU. And we might as well pick that as well.
Before we do that, I'm going to say I'm taking Clemson over Ohio State as well in a close game. I'm going to probably go... I could see Clemson dropping 43 and probably Ohio State around 37-38. I think it's going to be close.
In the first game, we didn't even give a score for that. I'll say LSU beats Oklahoma 35 to... Dang, that's tough. I'll say 42. Nah, I'm not going to go that high. I'll say 35 to 27.
I say 31-24 LSU.
Okay, I could dig that.
It's going to be close.
So in this...
Here's the chip game.
Here's a chip game. We got
Winner
Clemson versus LSU. Listen, man. I got to go... Listen, this is a 50-50 game. LSU, obviously, to me, has been my favorite team this year. I thought they played the most. Alabama, Auburn, Texas, when Texas was ranked. All these games was on the road. They're battle-tested. But Clemson has also been battle-tested. They've been national championship battle-tested last year.
Who was the team that they beat, Lil?
Alabama.
Exactly. So
and
they crushed them.
And they crushed them, exactly.
They crushed them.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna be a 50-50 game. I'm interested in this game, but I'm gonna take Clemson, man. I think Clemson. I gotta go Clemson.
With what they did in the beginning of the season, and then from that game against North Carolina where they narrowly won and everyone questioned their abilities, from there, they were hot throughout. I agree with you, Lil. We're on the same page. I'm taking Clemson. Like you said, they're battle-tested. They've been there before. As good of a year as Burrow and company has had, Clemson, man.
Clemson, 31-24 for me.
For me, I'm going to go 38-31. I'm saying it's going to be close.
Yes, sir. Me and you pretty much on the same page with the college football playoff bracket.
I mean, this is a great year for college football.
Yeah, yes, it is. We both just know that Clemson experience. We trust their experience. We trust Dabo Swinney, the coach over there, and they're going to get the job done, we believe.
And I think this game, this championship game, we're both picking Clemson. I think that this incredibly affects Trevor Lawrence's draft stock in the NFL. It'll go way up. If this man wins 2 championships back-to-back years...
Yeah, and he's going to go up against a lot of guys that's worthy of being in these discussions. So if he can outplay them, we'll see, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your boy Real Lil, co-host of In the Huddle Sports Radio and host of the Real Lil Show. Wish y'all a Merry Christmas. Enjoy this time of the year. Enjoy your sports. And just know, In the Huddle will be back on February 3rd.